joke about this.
Uh-huh.
A woman was walking along the pavement and suddenly she had a voice, stop. So authoritative, she stopped. And the next moment, a huge rock fell in front of her, the building under repairs. If she had stepped, she would have been dead.
Right.
She was impressed. Then she went a little further, to the end of the pavement. She had to cross a road. She waited for instructions on the traffic light. It said walk. So she was about to step when again the voice said stop. And a drunk driver came. If she had stepped, although it said walk, she would have been dead. Now she was really impressed. So she said, who are you? And the voice said, I'm your guardian angel. So this young lady said, oh, you're my guardian angel, are you? What the hell were you doing when I got married? I'll tell you another joke about this. The king had a dream. He had a dream. All his teeth had fallen off. So he sent for the court astrologer. And he said, what does that mean? And he said, I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but it's a very bad indication. It means all your relatives will die. Will die before you. So he put him in prison, sent for another one. The other one who knew what had happened. This is a wonderful woman. You will outlive all your relatives.
You say, none of my action is in my control. I feel an irresistible wish to come there, for example, and start playing in a nice way, and to start kissing you, and start playing and making jokes.
Or slapping me.
No.
It happens.
Okay, it might happen.
What I say angers you so much, you come and slap me. That could also happen.
Yes, but this was...
Yes, so if this happens,
Yeah?
then this society
No,
will
okay.
reward you or punish you.
Yeah, okay, I don't do it.
You said your name was?
Satyendra.
Satendra.
Whatever the ultimate
Interesting name.
Interesting name. It was just parents chose it.
Happened to you.
Right, and parents which I did not choose. chose the name.
From in Bangalore?
You are from Bangalore?
No, I'm from Mangalore.
Mangalore, I say. And I say, you went to meet some people in Mangalore?
No, in Bangalore. Bangalore.
I see.
Bangalore.
Bengaluru, I see.
Art of living?
Oh, I see. Art of living, yes. Shri.
Shri Ravi.
I don't speak because some Shri tells me, and some Shri stole that Shri, and Shri 10 times stole someone, Shri 8 times.
Yes.
And the lineage.
You know the difference between your attitude towards a person, so that the person is with you comfortable and you are comfortable.
Komal, Sonal, Nomal.
Rupal.
Rupal. For one simple reason. That is the point, most simple. You see the work or Ronal, only two things. What is Ronal? Ronal?
Rupal.
Rupa, yes, I remember Rupa. A Zen seeker went to a Zen master. his head full of concepts. And he said, I want enlightenment. So the Zen master started talking about enlightenment. And before he could say 2 sentences, this man was talking for 10 minutes about his own concepts. So the Zen master said, this won't do. You will have to go to my monastery, spend 2 years there. Are you prepared to do it? He said, yes, I'm prepared to do it. I'm bent on being enlightened. So he went to the monastery for 2 years. At the end of 2 years he came back. So he said, what do you have to tell me? Only 2 words. So he thought about it and he said, food bad. So he sent him back again. 2 years he comes back again and he says 2 words. He says, bed hard. He sends him back again. 2 years later he comes back again and he says 2 words, I quit. Nisargadatta Maharaj's anger, I'll tell you what happened once. In his biological gene, there was a short fuse. Anger would arise very quickly. So once what happened, I was doing the translation.
Yeah.
And he used to move about quite a lot. So once he said something, I couldn't quite hear it. So I said, Maharaj, can you please repeat it? Anger arose. He said, what's the matter, Balsekar? Are you getting short of hearing? Anger arose. So I said, yes, Maharaj, I'm getting old. My eyesight is not what it was. My hearing is bad. My teeth are all gone. No, at that time, 1 or 2 teeth have gone. And he started laughing. See what I mean? One moment, anger. Next moment, his laughter was the loudest. You know why? Because I was 20 years younger than him. And I did have some teeth then, and he had none. So that is what happened. Supposing he had got involved, then what happened? Then he would have said, Balsekar made me angry. I am not going to laugh at his humor. So even if he felt like laughing, he would have restrained himself. No, one moment anger, next moment huge amusement.
I thought maybe.
So, how can we get out of this imprisonment?
There is no. There is no impediment. It is, I'm saying your name is?
Rasika.
Radhika?
Rasika.
Rathika? Rasika?
Yes.
Okay. Rasika. Are you from Bombay?
I'm from Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. You are here on a holiday?
I've been here in Pune for last 12 years actually.
Oh, I see. Do you do something in Pune? Yeah,
I'm studying and I'm going to the ashram, Osho ashram.
I'm sorry?
I'm studying also.
Could you speak a little louder? It doesn't reach to call.
I'm studying.
Yeah, I see.
And I'm going to the Osho ashram.
Oh, I see. I'll tell you a joke about this. The joke is, a young lady came to her parents with a young man and introduced him as her fiancé. So he's a nice looking man, very, very acceptable. So both the parents were happy. They had dinner. After the dinner, the mother told the father, look, you take him to your study, find out more about him. So the father took him there. And he said, what do you do in life? He said, I'm a student of divinity and comparative religion. So he said, when you do get married, how will you earn your money for your daily living? He said, God will provide. But when the children come and you have more responsibility, what will happen? God will provide. So the father asked 2 or 3 more questions. Each time he said, God will provide. So at the end of it he went away. The mother asked, how did you find the boy? What did the boy say? So the boy said, he is a student of divinity and he thinks I'm God.
I was just
I mean, why? What made you go into?
TM was
Into-
I just had I wanted to know what life was all about.
You know, I'll tell you a joke about TM.
Okay.
My daughter, she went into this some time ago. And my wife and I happened to be in Bangalore. You know. So she was doing her transcendental meditation. So she told her young son, I don't know, maybe 7 years old, I'm not sure. He said, look, I'm doing transcendental meditation. Therefore, for 20 minutes, you must sit outside and make sure that nobody comes in, nobody disturbs me. He felt very important. He sat out there. So my my wife, he was going, he said, no, you can't go in. Mummy is doing TM. So he asked his grandmother, my wife, her mother, you know what TM is? So my wife said, no, I don't. She said, TM means 20 minutes. You see what I mean? Perspective. Perspective. He didn't know what 20 minutes he can understand. You hadn't read that book?
The book, it was not the words in the book that was so important as the connection that the book gave me to you. And I haven't come here so much as to receive but to offer myself. Because it is in giving to you that everything will be received by me automatically.
I see, yes. But what you can give to me, my wife won't like.
We have a lot of pictures of gods, gurus and yantras, but sometimes they get very faded.
You talk of pictures, that's correct, pictures.
No, this is another query.
So, pictures are pictures.
No, but when they get faded and old,
And they'll go faded and they'll be...
can we put it in, is it essential to put it in water, or we get so worried, how do you deal with them? See, if it's an ordinary paper, one can just tear it and put it in a dustbin.
Yes.
But what does one do when the picture of a god is very faded?
Oh, you
and
know what
a-
the traditional answer is? Put them in the sea.
Yeah, but
Put them in the sea.
that's traditional, and then the water is only sometimes in high tide it goes away, but again it washes back and comes on the shore. People
Is that
are
your
still
problem?
walking.
Or is it the problem
it's
of the sea? You could
But other than the sea, what does one do?
You can put it in your toilet. But you don't like to put such a sacred thing in the toilet. You put it in the sea. The point is, either way, it doesn't matter a damn.
Oh, you've relieved me so much. You've taken a load off me. What does one do?
It doesn't matter a damn. A picture is a picture.
Since last 8 years, since this spiritual inquiry began, I have collected many books. So what should I do with those books? I want to throw them in.
After reading them.
I have read all of them, but only thing I have collected from this is lot of knowledge, but nowhere close to
lot
truth.
of knowledge, no. You have collected a lot of concepts.
Yeah, concepts.
You have collected not a lot of knowledge. Your wife?
Yeah.
You know, when my wife and I decided to get married, our horoscopes were as usual. And the astrologer said, I've rarely come across any two horoscopes which match so well. And do you know how well they match? If I forget the name somebody and I say, what's his name? She also forgets.
Mama, why did you make me? When I go to Rome, here and there, I tell her, who told you to make me? Everybody want always to play. No, I'm not playing, Mama.
I'm hurting. I'm hurting.
Yeah.
And the mama will probably say, why do you think I wanted you? I didn't want you either. Why did you come?
She would have come to that.
So, would you like to hear a joke from me?
Yes.
Which frankly, I think is the best joke I have ever heard.
No, sir, upon that one.
There was one fellow who got into the habit as you say. Whatever he was told, something happened, this happened, that happened. It was almost a habit with him to say, could have been worse. Could have been worse. And his close friends were tired of it. One day a friend told him, you know Bob, what happened? Yesterday, Tom came home early, found his wife in bed with Percy. And Tom shot them both and went to the police station and confessed it. So this man could have been worse. So this time he was really angry. Look, I have accepted you. Tell me, in this, how could it have been worse? One friend in hospital, another friend's wife, and another friend dead. And you said it could have been worse? He said, yes, this happened yesterday. If it had happened day before, I would have been dead. I have done nothing. Everything will happen. So if God asks you, why did you do that? What's the answer? I didn't, you did. And he'll say, I read a joke the other day. Murti, मी बसलो ना तिथे क्लिपिंग Anyway, I'll tell you what the joke is. The joke is one man went to the bar, had a couple of drinks too many, and he said, you know, the president, George Bush, is a horse's ass. His popularity is now down to 33% or something. So when you say this,
I was agreeing with the horse's aspect. Sorry.
you haven't नाही आजचं आहे लहान एवढं शब्द
तिथेच आहे का?
हो तिथे लहान ते कटके So he shouts, George Bush is a horse's ass. And then a huge man, 6 feet 4 inches, comes and stands before him. Would you dare to repeat it in front of me? So he I didn't realize this is bush country. So this man said, no, it is horse country. You are insulting the horse, but the bush. Isn't that it?
Should be doing this. Your father should be doing that. You should get to do this. But my dad's like, leave me alone.
You know a joke I sometimes tell?
Excuse me?
Do you know a joke I sometimes tell?
But
At the end of the world, there was St. Peter. Everybody was there. So St. Peter said, I want 2 lines to be formed. One for henpecked husband. And the other one was not henpecked. So in the one not henpecked, there was only one man. You see? So St. Peter asked him, are you sure you want to stand in that line? Oh, I'm very sure. My wife told me to stand.
It's just something, you often had the same discussion with Guruji many times, and it always comes to the same impasse where you get, where there is something that something is not accepting, or there's something that you differ in your point. The question is very simple: what do you lose, or what do you think you lose, if, God forbid, you actually are the ego?
Actually?
If you actually are the ego, what would you lose? Or what do you think you would lose? What would you have to give up? If, God forbid, in the way you think, that you actually turn out to be just the ego and nothing
How
else.
can I accept one which does not exist? Existence is only existence. It can't be defined.
No, that's different. Existence is existence, we know that. We're talking about you right now. And
Where is the you?
the one who's screaming at
Sure,
you.
the one who is screaming. There is only screaming. There is no you screaming.
But no, the one who's feeling sad, the one who's grimacing, the one who's feeling
Where-
the energy
where-
churning up.
Where is the subject? Here. Where is the subject?
Right here in the chair.
Huh?
Right here in the chair.
In the appearance.
And the object in the chair.
In the appearance.
No, don't shift now. Don't shift into
In the appearance.
Then you can say there was no appearance. No, listen. Let's just talk
You
here.
can't talk about this.
Why are you running off?
You can't talk about this.
Okay, we won't.
You can't talk about this. Am I so right? You can't talk about it.
Yes, you are right. You are right.
Ego.
You are right.
Ego.
Once there was which happened. When I was in, and later on I told that it's an old story, but it actually happened in my case. When I was in Ahmedabad as the manager of the Ahmedabad branch, one man came in the morning, or Sunday morning, and complained. My wife does this, my wife does that, she doesn't listen to me, this, that, and the other. So, this is what I've been doing, this is what I'm. So at the end of it, he said, do you think I'm right? I said, you're right. Then she went away, and another half an hour later, the wife came. And she said, this is my husband does, this is such a bad man, he does this, that, and this is what I've been doing. Do you think I'm right? I said, you're right. My wife in the kitchen was listening to this. So she comes up. He said, what nonsense is this? How can you tell him he's right and also tell her he's right? I said, you are right. Actually happened. And then I'm sorry, I didn't.
I don't know what I'll do
Yeah.
when the opportunity is not there anymore to come and sit with you in person. So I'm enjoying it at the moment.
Look, I'll tell you what. You enjoy a piece of music.
Yes.
You have been, before going to bed, you have been putting the CD on for months. Then something happened. The CD is broken. You can't get another CD. What will you do?
carry on without the music. But the
I suppose
advantage...
the difference is I don't see you as a CD.
Yes, but there is a difference, and difference is you can have one of these DVDs. Okay? Okay, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. You have the DVD on. And it's like, honestly, it's like being there again.
Yeah.
It's being there.